Here we go. Come on in to hold my banner. The water's fine. And I'm your host, your lifeguard, if you will, Travis Thomas. And of course, I'm always here with the walking, talking, triple-double producer extraordinaire, Ante Campbell. What's going on, Tay?
What's up, 2Ts? As people may know, we were gone for a little bit. I had some people texting me, hey, where's the Hold My Banner episode? Nesson, was really focused on the 22nd annual WEEI Nesson Jimmy Fun Radio Telethon. Man, I can tell you that was a whole lot of words to say, but we had a whole lot to say, over the last couple of days to talk about, cancer awareness, cancer research, and obviously Nesson made over NWEI and the Jimmy Fun and Dana-Farber made just under $4 million over 2 days. It was a beautiful event. So if you guys have it in your heart, please continue to donate at thejimmyfund.org.
Yes.
What a beautiful and incredible event that we've had. It was beautiful. So I would love for you guys to check that out and make sure you donate.
Beautifully said, my man. Beautifully said. Now, I'm going to try to transition from that to tell you that I know these are the dog days of summer now as it pertains to the NBA. However, I think, Ante, basketball is as healthy as it's ever been. So we'll bring Ante back after I go on this rant. I'm sure we'll play some game that I'm horrendous at. But I want to start there because the last time we talked, you and I, Team USA, on both the men's and the women's side, won gold. So now I want to talk about the aftermath of both. So I have some ratings numbers in here. I want to talk to you about this. NBC and Peacock averaged nearly 20 million viewers. 20 million viewers for the men's gold medal game against France. That made it the most watched gold medal game since the 96 Atlanta Olympics. Now listen to this. This was fascinating to me. The broadcast peaked at nearly 23 million viewers late in the game. Remember, late in that game, the thrilling ending, Steph was cooking. So that's word of mouth. That's texting, calling, sending messages. You got to turn it on this game. This is amazing. Team USA on the ropes. Boom. Nearly 3 million more people tuned in late. On the women's side, conversely, that game, the gold medal game against France, got great numbers as well. Listen to these. And it damn near drew 8 million viewers, and it peaked, same thing as the men's game, it peaked at 11 million for the final half an hour to watch that thrilling ending in that game as well. So again, messages, hey, you got to turn this on. Team USA, the ladies on the ropes. Boom, you got 11 million to watch the ending there. And I would argue this, because those ratings are great for the women's game, but I would argue they could be even greater if Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese was on the team, which we all know and will acknowledge they will be moving forward. So that is tremendous growth for them as well. The business of basketball has never been healthier and more vibrant than it is now. And I just brought up in the women's game, Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese. I mean, they're literally rookies. They're just getting started. And we're just talking, Team USA right now. They're not even there yet. They're coming. But as you look at, let's take Team USA out of it and just look at the leagues. As I say, the business of basketball has never been healthier. Well, the metrics support my statement. I have more numbers for you. The WNBA, we know, will get $2.2 billion over 11 years from Disney, Amazon, and Comcast, NBC, right? The same three that landed the NBA rights. And oh, by the way, let's talk NBA numbers. 76 billion for 11 years with that TV deal from NBC and Amazon and others. So what's the saying? Money talks, BS walks, right? Isn't that what they say? I mean, think about this. The ratings for basketball have never been higher, NBA, WNBA. The money, I just told you, the rights deals. I know we look at these contracts for these players because we talk about it here on Hold My Banner all the time. Can you believe this guy got that and this guy got that? And those are bums a lot of times. And then when we talk about the Tatums of the world, the Jaylen Browns of the world, the elite players, look at the money they're getting. So it's easy to kind of stop there and just get hung up on players' salaries and coaches' salaries. But the reality is, look at what the league's generating, people. I just gave you the numbers. I mean, honestly, the TV deals for both the WNBA and the NBA are insane. Remember in the WNBA for years, they complained about, oh, well, we don't have, private jets for our players and chartered flights and all this. Caitlin Clark's there for 5 minutes. They have that now. They secured that deal as well. That's not in this. But I remember hearing about that story. They secured that for the next 2 or 3 years. And that will stay. That'll retain. That'll be an extension. So, I mean, listen, even I think about in town here, the Celtics, they've been valuated at $5 billion, but we all know they're not getting a cent less than that for the sale. It's only going up. They're valued at $5 billion. What will they get? I mean, think about this stuff. The money's flowing in. The deals are flowing in. The reality is this. Yes, you could say, well, the Celtics are worth $5 billion because they're the Celtics. The brand, the lore, the history, the market size, all of those things matter. I don't poo-poo on any of that. I get the Celtics being for sale is different than, I don't know, the Pellies. Fine. But if you look around the league at all these teams, Pellies included, no shots fired intended, but, look at all the teams. All their valuations are higher, and they're only going up. They're not going down. So the league is healthy. WNBA, NBA. Basketball is healthy. Ticket sales, moving, baby. Ratings, boop, going up. Ratings going up. TV deals, come on in. Here's some more cash. I mean, if you look at the teams, let's focus on the NBA for a second. If you look at the teams that are, we'll just call them relevant right now in the NBA. You don't necessarily have to win a championship like the Celtics. Just be relevant. I thought about this. Ante and I talked about this before the show. All the teams that we named are major markets. That's a win for the NBA. That's a win for the league. You know the names. Let's start here. Boston, major market. New York, LA, Philly, Dallas. Plus, all those teams that I just named, major markets relevant right now, have stars on them, multiple stars on them. But then think about the rest of the league. There are young stars all over this league on a ton of teams. And most of them are really in position, you think of an Anthony Edwards. Most of them are in a position for when Kevin Durant, LeBron, Steph, when they retire, just pass the torch and keep it rolling. These stars are ready for that. And, I mean, if we're being honest, LeBron's probably the closest to retirement, but he has a couple more years in him. Kevin Durant has a couple more years in him. Steph Curry has a couple more years in him. This is not the end. This is not a farewell tour for any of those guys. We're still going to get them a few more years. So, again, look at the metrics I gave you, the numbers I gave you, the balance sheet, the checks and balances. They're making money. They're printing money. The WNBA and NBA are printing money right now. They're the Federal Reserve. You have stars everywhere all over the league, young and old. All your top teams, your relevant teams, are from big markets and filled with stars. I mean, I'm just telling you. I know it's a dog days of summer, and we don't have any games right now. It's okay. Basketball is winning. And which really brings me to the schedule, because much like the NFL, the NBA now has mastered its schedule release and the building of said schedule. Let's just take a look at the Celtics. This shows you how healthy this league is. Just a quick glance. We're not going to sit here on Hold My Banner. Let me give this disclaimer, okay? Because I look at some shows and listen to some shows. Some shows would just bore you to tears right now. They would go through the Celtics' entire schedule with a fine-tooth comb, and then you know what they do, right? these other hosts, so-called geniuses, they go through and they go, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. I mean, you'd be here for 20 minutes. I mean, honestly, you'd want to jump off the cliff already. We don't do that here on Hold My Banner. We make things digestible for you, for me, for us. So, first glance of the Celtics schedule tells you and further illustrates my point of how healthy this league is. We all know the season opener at home banner night against the Knicks. I mean, honestly, you can't script it better in Hollywood. How about the NBA in-season tournament? Celtics have favorable matchups, and I'm being nice saying favorable, okay? What I really mean is they're going to kick the bleep out of all these teams. For the in-season tournament, you get Wizards, Hawks, and Bulls. Well, we all know how that's going to end, don't we? Christmas Day, you get the hyped up, new look 76ers here at home. Age-old rivalry there. Sixers looking brand new. Plus, we get a pair of NBA Finals rematches against the Mavericks in January and February. By the way, this is just a Celtics schedule, okay? As I said, the NBA now reminds me of the NFL where they have just cornered this and mastered scheduling. The way they release, the hype surrounding it, and the actual games that they've scheduled. Let's look around the league a bit now. Again, just bullet points here. Wemby against Jokic, January 3rd at Denver. That's must-see TV now. Bron against Steph, always great. Christmas Day in the Bay. I mean, it's so good it rhymes. Come on. Knicks, 76ers. You get that early in November, and then, oh, by the way, they play in the in-season tournament. It's genius stuff here from the NBA. And these are just a few. I'm sure Ante has more that he's looking at, and he's checked off on his calendar. So not only is this season that we're about to embark going to be awesome, but every season for the foreseeable future in this league looks bright. It is fantastic. This league is in tremendous shape. You have to think back eras of this stuff. Before Bird and Magic, the league was on life support. They came in, resuscitated it, carried that mantle for a long time. Then it started to dip off as they were kind of aging. That's when I was growing up. You know, I saw the shell of Larry Bird, the shell of Magic Johnson. They had the names. They had a little bit of game left in the tank, but the gas light was on. And you thought, oh, man, what's the league going to do? And then Michael Jordan happened. It was like a resurgence. Forget resurgence. It was something we never saw before, right? Right place, right time. Before social media, marketing mattered, Nike, Jordan, this larger-than-life persona on the court, super smooth off of it, carried it. Then Jordan left. There was a dip there for a while. You know, a lot of people didn't like the hip-hop era of the NBA. I did, with Iverson and all them dudes, baggy clothes and tattoos. I thought it was great until the Malice in the Palace, but that's another topic for another banner. But the league was fine. Now, then you get the LeBron, Kobe. I think right now, if you're having an honest conversation about where this league is, Steph, KD, Bron still playing at a high level. You have young stars not only waiting in the wings for when they do actually retire, but these young stars matter. It's not like they're being redshirted until those three retire. Like, these young stars are balling. Wemby is balling. Ant Edwards don't care. He's him. So, I mean, it's fantastic. That's why you see the ratings. That's why you see these TV deals. That's why these things are happening. This league is in fantastic shape, and the schedule only further illustrates that. All right, let's bring him in. Ante Campbell, usually he disagrees with me on the open, but I feel like this time there's just no way you can. I mean, this league is in such great shape today.
And you're 100% right. I don't disagree with anything that you said. I actually want to further a point that you made.
Yep.
The league knows who their stars are, how to market their major markets and everything like that.
Yes.
And it shows with the amount of NBA national TV games certain teams have.
That's right.
3 of the 4 teams that I'm going to list off, you talked about. The Lakers, they're at 39 national TV games.
Of course they are.
The Celtics are at 34, and so are the Knicks. They're at 34 as well. And then, of course, the Warriors. We didn't talk about them, but that's Steph Curry.
Right.
Obviously, he's going to be on national TV, people.
Right.
So he's got 36 games with the Warriors. The league is doing a great job at that as well. Obviously, like you said, I do have a list of games that I'm looking forward to as well. You talked about the Celtics one. I want to harp on some other Celtics ones that I have marked on my calendar personally.
Sure.
The first game they play against the Bucks. October 28th, that MVP matchup. We've been both talking about it.
Yeah.
Tatum versus Giannis. Those games are so important because I remember last year when we look back to the Rookie of the Year race, we watched Wemby and Chet face off against each other in the second half of the season.
That's right.
And that was pretty much the game that solidified that Wemby was going to be Rookie of the Year. This is an early game. They're going to see each other 3 or 4 times throughout this season.
Yep.
But it's just a preview of what we should expect between these two. Will there be some animosity there? Will they really be as hungry as we perceive that they're going to be?
Yeah.
Then I have the Marcus Smart return. Obviously, he came back to Boston at one point last year hurt. This year, it'll be a little bit earlier in the season. December 7th, Marcus Smart returns with the Memphis Grizzlies. I'm expecting him to have some hate for Drew Holiday. You know, he's a guy who looks for any reason to have a chip on his shoulder and a reason to try to beat Boston, obviously a city that he thought he was going to be able to win a championship in.
Yep.
That's probably not going to happen now in his career. I want to see how he comes out when he has to face the Boston Celtics.
Sure. I told this Marcus Smart story so many times. I don't even know if I've told it on Banner. Have I told this Marcus Smart story of when I ran into him right after the trade? Have I told that on the show?
I don't think you have.
I've told you the story.
Yeah.
And I've told it on shows. But between TV and radio, I don't know what the hell. I mean, honestly, like I'm just a dog chasing his tail.
Travis,
at this
I
point.
could barely tell you what I have for lunch today,
I know,
man.
I know.
It's tough.
Well, listen, if I have told it on this program, first of all, and you watch all of them, and you were sending messages to Ante asking where we were, thank you. If you haven't heard this story, come on in, gather around, kids. So I'm in Watertown.
Okay.
And I'm at a shopping center, we'll say, right? I'm in the parking garage, just me and my son. And we leave the car, we're walking through the parking garage, and I see an abnormally tall human being with a hoodie on. And then I see next to him, without a hoodie, I recognize his face. It's Marcus Smart. So I'm like, I don't know who the tall guy is, but I know that's Marcus Smart. And we're walking right at each other, me and my son and those two.
Yeah.
And Smart's in like sweats and stuff. They look like maybe they left a workout or something.
Yep.
So I'm walking towards him, and I had just actually left Nesson, and at the time I was suited and booted, Tay.
Yep.
So I say out loud, so I don't like run up on him, Marcus, Travis Thomas from Nesson, how you doing? As we approach.
Yep.
So guards down. He's now walking up to me. We dap each other up. Tay, this is the most melancholy human being I've ever seen in my life. Downtrodden.
Yeah.
He won't even look me in my eye. He daps me, but he's like looking down.
Yep.
And I know it's because of the trade. I can feel it.
Yeah.
So I go, hey, man. I'm like, hey, thanks for everything you've done for Boston.
Yep.
We'll always love you here. Tay, I'm talking like I'm from here.
Right.
We'll always love you here. You know, it's just business, man. It ain't personal. He goes, thanks, man. Looks up at me, Tay.
Yep.
Tears. They don't fall.
Yeah.
They don't fall. Tears are in the wells of his eye. They're in the ducts of his eye.
Yeah.
He says, thanks, man. I really appreciate it. And I go, oh, my God.
Well, I can just tell you.
Oh, my God.
I can tell you this, Travis, like from talking to you throughout these last couple months, man, you know how to say the right thing at the right time, man. So
thanks,
I
man.
probably would have had tears in my eyes too, man. I'm tearing up now just hearing you tell the story.
Hey, get yourself together. And that's what I told him. I gave him a heartfelt pump-up speech. I said, Marcus, I was lying, but I said, Marcus, Memphis is going to be good for you, man. You know?
Yeah.
Ja, he needs maturity.
Right.
He's not going to be there. You're going to be able to ball out. Y'all going to win plenty of games. I knew everything was a lie. I knew damn well Ja is a problem and still is. I knew damn well the Grizzlies wasn't going to win no damn games. And I knew damn well that Memphis would not be good for Marcus, and he wanted to be here, but I was just trying to make the brother feel better. Yeah, then he dapped my son up, and he moved on.
Oh, man. All right, well, let me tell you about this. Let's just get back on the Celtics, all right? Look, about the Celtics, too, about their schedule, this is the last thing I'm going to talk about the Celtics schedule. Then I'll tell you about some other teams around the league that I'm looking at.
Yep.
They have a tough schedule, man, going into January. They start off in January at T-Wolves on January 2nd.
Ooh.
Then at Rockets against Ime.
Ooh.
January 3rd in a back-to-back, right? Then they go at OKC. And then on the 5th, so then on the 7th, they play at the Nuggets. So 3 teams that they will probably could face in the NBA championship, right, in the finals.
Yeah.
And the Rockets with Ime, their former head coach, man.
Yeah, I'll tell you, the degenerate gambler in me, my ears perked up. Go back to January 2nd and 3rd. Is it Minnesota in the first leg of a back-to-back and then Ime on the second leg?
On the second leg.
In Houston, both roadies?
Both roadies, yes.
Listen, I'll be honest. I think I'm going to put everything I have in my account on the Rockets on the second leg of that back-to-back money line because, listen, the Timberwolves, man, you're dealing with Ant. You're dealing with a team that got close last year and feels like they want to go at the champs and make an example and show that, no, we got close last season, but this season we mean business. So they're gonna give everything they got against the Celtics. And, the Celtics, you got to have ego. You got to have pride as a champ. You ain't just going to let them, wax you on their home floor. That's not going to happen. Even if you lose, you're going to battle.
Right.
And then you got to go second leg of a back-to-back to H-Town and take on your former coach who wants nothing more than to rip your heart out.
Yep.
I mean, I already told you, I think the Rockets are going to be a playoff team. I would bet the Rockets on that night. But, yeah, that schedule, man, it's no joke. Yeah. And listen, here's a reality, too, Tay, before we move on. Yep. I just think the reality is this. Now that they have that championship and that weight off of their shoulders, off of their back, my guess is, as tough as this schedule is, even if they're not the 1 seed in the East, I am not putting all the eggs in that basket like I did last season for the championship run. I thought they needed, and they ran away with it, don't get me wrong, but I came into the season saying they need that number 1 seed, and they got it. I don't believe that this year. No. Now, I'm not going crazy. They can't be a 6 seed, but I think if they're 2 or 3, who cares? Right. They now know what it takes. They can go on the road. If you got to go to, I don't know, Milwaukee or Philly or New York or whichever of these geniuses think that their team's the best, if they get the 1 seed, fine. Boston can go there and kick your butt. So that, with this schedule, they're going to be battle tested again. There's no question about it.
Let me throw a couple of the ones that I have from around the league. We got some time. Bucks at 76ers opening night for those 2 teams. That's going to be a good one. October 23rd.
It's must see.
You know what I mean? You got Paul George, new to the city of Philadelphia. Yeah. Maxey on his new deal.
Yep.
Bucks looking for revenge against everybody.
Right.
Refocus Giannis and Dame. Right. That's going to be a great one. Suns at Clippers. First game at Intuit Dome. We talked about Intuit Dome.
God, wake me up when it's over. I don't give a rat's ass about either one of those teams.
Hey, I was texting my mom telling her I got to give me a ticket to one of them games this season. I got to see that arena, man. I got to. OKC at Denver.
I like that.
October 24th. Still early in the season.
Yep.
That's going to be a good one. Those 2 teams fought for first place down to the wire with them and the Timberwolves.
Yep.
Really play similar styles of basketball. Got a lot of guys that can get it done.
Yep.
And have 2 stars that are just, all world. And then I think this rivalry between Luka and Book is still fiery, and I want to see that October 26th. That one's going to be a lot of fun. Clay returning to the Warriors, November 12th, NBA Cup game. Yep. And then last, the two young guys that we've been talking about. You've been talking about Wemby and being afraid of him.
Yes.
I've been talking about Ant, how scary he is with the basketball. Two guys who are facing off to, really see who's going to be the young face of the league probably one day in the league.
Yep.
Wolves at Spurs, November 2nd. I'll be locked in on my TV at that one.
Yeah, I think they'll both be the face of the league. I think Ant will be the American hero, and I think Wemby's going to be the international star. Mm-hmm. And quite frankly, history will be more kind to whoever has more rings. You know, I mean, that's what it's going to come down to. And that's why I say the league is in such great shape. By the way, for more on Boston sports and pop culture, no, you won't get any market smart stories, but you will get plenty on Boston Has Entered the Chat. Tune in on Nesson's YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and wherever you get your podcast. Make sure you follow us on all your social media accounts for all of our best content. All right. Now, I know we've gone through the schedule. You didn't pick holes in my opening rant, which is a miracle. You actually agreed with me. I know you, Ante. I know under that Nesson sweatshirt of yours, up those sleeves, you got some sort of game or something that we're going to do that's going to drive me nuts. What is it this time?
Yeah, you know what time it is, Travis. Last time we did the small forward draft. This time we're doing power forwards. And I'm a nice guy. Last time I took the first pick. This time you're going to take the first pick. I got to say, man, it's kind of crazy that this power forward is kind of the least, I would say, crazy position in the NBA. It's not a great position over all time. You know what I mean? Really the stars are kind of I don't know. It's weird. I want to talk to you about this, Travis, before we get in, because it's weird to think there's so much parity, right, between who's the greatest point guard of all time, who's the greatest center of all time. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to shooting guard, small forward, and power forward, everybody knows who the first pick is, right?
Of course.
All right, man. So just go ahead and take it, man. Jesus Christ. I'm mad already.
First of all, as the only power forward on this program.
Yes.
Because Ante played the guard position, both point and shooting. Although he could play every position, he could guard every position. Mm-hmm. But Ante, in my small town, was one of the tallest at my school. So I played power forward. I'm a pure power forward. Now, unfortunately for me, Tay, I did not have your athleticism, nor did I actually have the build of a real power forward. By the time I got to college, I was so arrogant, Ante. I thought, Division I can walk on there. Wait till they get a load of me. I walked in to that gym and walked immediately out. I said, where are the forwards at? They said, well, those are the small forwards over there. These are the power forwards. I said, say what now? They said, these are the small forwards over there. Those are the power forwards. I said, those aren't centers? No. Where are the centers? Over there. Oh, those are 7-footers. Okay, well, I'm 6'3". I'm going to go ahead and go back to my dorm. Thanks.
Yeah.
So, but Tay, the big man moves are still there. I can up and under like nobody's business. Yeah. I can jump hook with both hands. Yep. I can hit a 15-footer. Outside of that, and some rebounds and some defense, I really ain't got much for you. With the first pick,
just tell me what position you're going to take
of the all-time power forwards.
Just tell me what position you're taking.
Give me Tim Daddy Duncan Dollars. Come on, Timmy. Come on, Timmy.
I'm assuming you're going to put him at the 4.
I'm going to put him where I want to put him.
Okay.
You worry about your team of power forwards.
All right, man. That's a great pick. With the second pick of this draft, I'm going to take the guy that I know is going to hurt you so bad.
Come on.
A guy that played in Minnesota that we talked about. A guy that played here in Boston, Brooklyn, wherever else you want to talk about. I need to take Kevin Garnett. Yeah, I'm taking KG. And I think I'm going to put him at the 3, actually. So just so you know.
KG, I just want to tell you, please don't take it personal that I took Tim Duncan over you. You are my favorite player of all time. Not Michael Jordan. Not Kobe Bean Bryant. It's you, man. So even though Ante did this out of spite, because he knows damn well I was going to take you next, I just want you to know, Kevin Garnett, that you are forever my KG. Ooh, yeah. I wish you were on my team. All right. Since you broke my heart, you leave me with no choice. I'm going to move Timmy to center. And at power forward on the all-time power forward team, I'm going to take Dirk Nowitzki. Come on, Dirk.
Yeah, I like that pick. Shooting early. You know, I love my shooter. So you hurt me right back. You stabbed me right in the heart with that one.
You should have took Dirk first.
I cannot lie. All right, the next guy I got to take off the list.
Yep.
Man, this is where it gets rough. I can't lie to you. I got to take a guy who's an incredible rebounder. Perimeter play is huge on this. And this guy played outside of the arc, good driver, played on the 92 Dream Team. I got to take Charles Barkley.
Oh, Chuck? All right, I respect it. Well, look, I got something for that. I mean, I can't believe he's still on the board now. If you were drafting human beings, he wouldn't be drafted.
I'm going to let you know right now. But, go ahead and say what you got to say. Yeah, but, Travis, forget this guy, respectfully. Yeah. I wasn't picking him. You can have him.
I respect that you're not picking him, but again, we're not drafting morals here. We're drafting basketball. He's still on the board. I need somebody to run the three. Give me Karl Malone, please, and thank you. The mailman. Come on down. Just don't talk to anybody. Don't even look at nobody. Just go out there and get buckets and keep your mouth shut on my team.
Yeah. I'm gonna put him on the. I'm gonna put Drake in the stands. Josh Giddey, he's in the stands. Yeah, bro. I'm gonna have him out by game one. We're good. We're good. All right. I need a big man, a center. You know what I mean?
You do.
And I'm going to go get another guy who is one of the most decorated Olympians in USA basketball. Dude played basketball, with the USA team as a college, after being a college freshman, you know what I mean? Before even playing an NBA game.
Facts.
I got to take the kid out of Kentucky, the Brow, Anthony Davis.
Ooh. Damn, I didn't see that coming. Boy, that threw me for a loop. All right. Damn. Can I take – is Giannis available and James Worthy?
Heck no.
I can't do that.
You take – Travis.
Wait a minute.
Hey, I need everybody to go back to the last episode because I told Travis, I said, oh, you want to take Giannis as a three-man? Okay, well, you can't have him in the power forward draft. So, no, Travis, absolutely not. You cannot have Giannis Antetokounmpo or Big Game James Worthy. Nope. We drafted them last time.
Damn it. All right. Well, you know what? I could use a little more grit on my team.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Tim Duncan is boring as all hell. Dirk, he's a scorer.
Yep.
Karl Malone's a scorer. I need some rebounds. I need some defense. I need some pizzazz. I need some toughness. Hell, if I'm coaching the team, I mean, I need a little crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the worm, Dennis Rodman.
Okay. I'll
play him at point guard because he used to get them rebounds and start to break any damn way.
Yep. I respect that. With my next pick, I'm going to go take – ooh, man, you're leaving me a good player, but I think I'm going to go get some shooting because, once again, power forwards, bigs. We need perimeter play. We need guys who can pass the ball, facilitate. We know they're going to be able to rebound, shoot the 15-footer. This guy can shoot it out to three a little bit as well. Guy who is really close with Kobe Bean Bryant, I got to take Pau Gasol.
Oh, you love him.
Yeah, Pau Gasol.
You love him. All right. Usually I take notes of your team. I'm not. So when we recap at the end, you're going to have to do yours.
Yep, I got you.
All right, so you got him off the board.
Yep.
All right. Oh, man, I got a lot of good players.
Yeah.
But we usually have to draft based off of where you're playing this player in your lineup.
Yep.
So I now need a two guard. So I need someone. If Dennis Rodman's going to be my point guard, he's bringing the ball up, he's distributing, and he's grabbing boards, and he's playing defense. He's being Dennis Rodman. I'm going to need someone who can score, but I have scorers all over the floor. So I need someone that can at least hit an open three. I know Dirk can, but I need one more.
Yep.
So I want to preface this comment by saying I need the prime of this player.
Okay.
So I'm going back to the 6, Toronto.
Okay.
Give me Chris Bosh
Yeah.
to run my 2. Prime Toronto, Chris Bosh.
Yeah, I like that. I really do like that. And I love that you were saying prime because I'm going to go back and do the same exact thing and say, I need the prime version of this player. Now, if you go back and look, this dude had some years where he could actually shoot the basketball, right? We know he can facilitate. We know he can rebound. We know he's got a little bit of crazy like the worm. My point guard's matching up with your point guard extremely well.
Oh, no.
I need Draymond Green as my point guard.
Good luck with that.
Prime Draymond. Yep.
Good luck with that. All right, listen. For my 6 man, I'm not going to hold you. I was thinking about going to Amari Stoudemire. His prime was ridiculous. But I kind of like the way my team is built currently. Mm-hmm. And I have explosiveness.
Yep.
You know where I'm going to go? My team feels very fundamentally sound.
Yeah.
Tim Duncan, Dirk, Malone, Rodman, Bosh. I want to stay with that. I want to stay with that theme. I want to stay with that brand. And this guy feels like a guy that could come off the bench. He's not going to complain about it. And he's just going to do work. Give me Kevin McHale coming off my bench. Kevin McHale. You're welcome, Boston.
You did not just take Kevin McHale like that, bro.
What? What's the problem? That's a great 6 man.
It is. That's why I'm mad.
You're damn right.
It's why I'm mad.
Well, you took KG. You can kiss my bumper with all the I'm mad. You know I wanted KG.
Dang, I was not expecting that, Travis. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You should have took him instead of Draymond, genius.
No. I needed Draymond at the point guard for sure. I definitely needed that. I should have took him earlier, so then because I knew you wouldn't have taken.
Yeah,
Draymond.
you should have.
That's bad DMing by me.
Sure is.
And I'll be better the next time.
You're gonna get your team smoked, is what you're gonna do.
No,
you're gonna lose by 15.
No. I'm not, because I'm gonna go get another skilled guy, a guy who can do, once again, perimeter skills are huge in this. And this guy, you might be like, oh, whatever. Some guys might remember him, might not remember him, but I sure do. I remember I was in high school when this dude was getting all-star nods for a Portland team that was awful.
Oh.
Awful.
Yeah.
This dude is a certified bucket, certified rebound getter, tough as nail, plays through a whole bunch of injuries, always knew that you were going to get 20 plus from him consistently.
Consistent.
At the rim, on the perimeter, shot the 3, mid-range. He had it all. I need LaMarcus Aldridge.
I knew it. At first, I thought you were going to go Sheed. And then once you started talking consistency and the double-double and all that, yeah, I knew you were going that. All right, so let's recap the all-time power forward great teams that we drafted. Here's my starting 5 and my 6 man. At point guard, I'm running with the worm, Dennis Rodman. High motor. You know he's going to hit boards for you. You know he's going to run the break, pass, and play great defense. And he's crazy. I really like him for that. Chris Bosh at the 2. Prime Toronto Chris Bosh. He can do everything. Karl Malone at the 3.
A minor.
Horrendous person. Fantastic for this team for basketball. Dirk at the power forward. Man. And then my center is Tim Duncan. Ante, give me, 6 man. Kevin McHale coming off the bench. Ante, give me your trash-ass team.
Yeah, I got Draymond Green at point guard, who's going to be great. Prime Draymond Green, the shooting, you know what I mean? Shooting guard, Pau Gasol. Small forward, I got Charles Barkley, the great mound, or rebound, whatever his nickname is. Power forward, Kevin Garnett. Center, Anthony Davis, the brow. And then at the 6 man, I got LaMarcus Aldridge. I got the better Celtics, so I hope that you guys vote for my team, please.
Bro, you saying Draymond Green in his prime shooting the ball at point guard makes you feel comfortable is such crap. You know damn well Draymond shoot like he has a book bag on. He's got to get one more jumper before he gets on the bus. Please, screw Draymond. Screw your team. I'm winning by 15 ease.
Nah, you're not. I'm gonna search up his stats while we look up the rest of this show. But whatever.
All right, you look up the stats. I'll read this fan question before we get out of here from Ivan, who asks, "Should I lock in Jason Tatum for NBA MVP after the disrespect he took in the Paris Olympics?" Listen, Ivan. First of all, thank you for sending this question. Please continue to do that. Whoever you are out there, if you want to send us a question, we'll address it here on Hold My Banner. But, Ivan, I wouldn't lock in anyone for anything. I would say this. I don't think it's a bad bet for Tatum for MVP, after the disrespect he took in the Paris Olympics. I feel the same way, though, about Giannis, and we've talked about it on the show, where I look at Giannis as like his Olympics was horrendous. I mean, Greece got mopped, and he did everything. I mean, he was scoring points, getting boards, assists, working concessions. I mean, he did everything out there, and they still got mollywopped. And remember, Giannis didn't even play in the postseason last year, so I feel like there's a revenge factor there as well. So I would tell you, never use the word lock for anything in life, but Tatum's not a bad bet. I would also say consider Giannis as well. To that, you say what, Tay?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Giannis. I think that's the guy that I'm going to rock with, but Tatum's not a bad bet at all. But forget Tatum right now. I'm back on you with this Draymond take.
What?
38.8% from three in 2015-16. That's the Draymond I need. Draymond from 2015, 2016, 3 attempts a game, 39%. That's who I want on my team. Running the point. 7th in MVP voting. 7th.
Congratulations. Okay. Thank you, Ante Campbell, for arguing with yourself, because I ain't going to do it. Draymond stinks, and my team wins by 15, but we'll bring you back next time. We always appreciate you, my man. I want to end it here as I thank Ante. I want to let you all know, Ante and I will be at the Big Three this weekend here in Boston at TD Garden. Please pull up on us. If you're in the building, pull up on us. Let's take some pics. We'll show it on the next Hold My Banner. It'll be fantastic. Ante and I will be in the building for the Big Three this weekend in Boston. If you're there, please come say hi. Maybe we can have a beer together. For all of our best content of the day, make sure you follow us on Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. We're everywhere like air. We're all over the place like space. Travis Thomas, Ante Campbell. Thanks for watching Hold My Banner. Until next time when we ask you to hold it again. Peace.